Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Wray's Garage, where today I'm going to make one of the biggest mistakes of my automotive career, or leave feeling like a genius, because I'm going to attempt Paintless Dent Repair, PDR to the anointed. And I bought a lot of stuff here, 3 different kits if you will, to kind of put this together. One of them was a kit, and I'll post it all down below, but here's a little puller. Here's various tabs that come in this set, depending on the size of your dent. Then I've got this little tapping tool. Yes, taking a hammer to a Porsche. Who doesn't love to do that? Got some glue here, some glue sticks, and then this funny looking zebra effect, be it in the yellow or white and black variety, to help, hopefully for a camera at home, help you see kind of where the dent started, where it ends, because it may be difficult to pick up on camera. So I'll crack on with this, and I'll kind of give you the layman's version as I understand it of how this goes down. How did this come about? Well, I was a dingleberry in a Costco parking lot, let my trolley or cart go, as we say here in America, and of course it just kept going, and that little rubber bumper hit in the side of the fender there. And I've had 2 little love marks ever since. And there's no doubt about it, hiring a professional is probably the way to go. No doubt, probably. Good English, D-Ray. And nonetheless, if I get 80 or 90% improvement on this, it's probably gonna do it for me. Plus, you know I like tinkering anyway and showing you how to, and in many cases how not to, do this kind of work. So sit back, grab a beer, and enjoy. Let's get on. Hopefully from one of these cameras you can make out these 2 dents right here. So I'm just gonna use this little 50-50 mix of distilled water and isopropyl alcohol, because I did wash the car the other day and I do use a drying aid. Look at that, my paint's coming off already. I'll just reapply that. Because we don't want to lose sight of it. Well, I say that, we actually do want to lose sight of these dents, don't we? So let's get this good and clean. That way we know the glue will adhere and there's nothing in its way. Hoping you can make out here. You see where the line gets all skew-if, and you can see almost looks like a tree trunk in here where you're crossing over these humps. So the idea is that we can tug and tap here and maybe get rid of this. So you see we've got all these different golf ball dimpled deals here. I think like anything when you're working on a car, you go with least invasive first and then work from there. So I'm gonna try that. So let's see if we can remove these distortions. So obviously you want to let the glue dry. I'm not sure how long it'll take to cool off and actually be hard enough without being too soft and stringy, but there'll be some experimentation here. Let's start to tee this up. This being a curved panel, I don't want to make things worse here. Let's see what a good angle is here. All right, it's been about a minute. We've got this good and tight. Let's see if we can tease it off here. think that came off a bit too easily. So let's give it a little spray and then a scrape. Yeah, I don't think that did very much at all. So let's go another round. If it doesn't stick to this tab, we may go for a bigger one, but let's see. Oh, it's stretching the metal a little bit. Let's just kind of tease it out. And pop goes the weasel. Alright, that was round number 2. And maybe we have some forward progress here. Let's see. Well, I feel like the bottom one and the top one were the same size before. And now, it looks like that bottom one's a skosh smaller. Let's try another round here. So what I'm trying to do is get these feet as flat as I can, which is why these angles might look a little odd. And then secure this into the tab at the end, the tap, whatever tab, I'm not sure which it is. And then we've given it a minute, let's just tease it. Pop goes the weasel, and this time it stayed on the tap side. Not sure if that's indicative of anything good, bad, or indifferent, but let's clean that off. Definitely some residual adhesive on here, so there's no doubt some cleaning will be required. But let's see how the progress is going here. Well, now I think, see how the line at the bottom is getting a little straighter? I'm not saying perfect, but it sure seems to have made progress. Definitely some improvement there. So I'm going to start working on the top one because I want to get rid of this big eye right here, because you can see at the bottom it's so much smaller in terms of the deflection of light, whereas up here we've still got that big owl eye left, which, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much how we started. You got 1, 2, but they've turned into slits, so I'm just going to keep plugging away here. So you can still see the imperfections in the lines there, but far less than before. Let me try and pinpoint more into the middle of what's left here and see if we can do better, but I don't know. What do you think? 60% better so far? See this one? This one's a funny little shape. Feels like these are more elongated. Let's try this little strategery. What do you think? This one looks more like a football. For all you sports fans at home, let's see if that made us any more successful. Man, tell you what, it is definitely looking better. This is very fun. I mean, if you're sad like me and this is fun for someone like you, but look at that. So that top one has now become the smaller of the two. And you can see how the distortion in the lines is much, much smaller. So I think I can count these. You know, I'm roughly 8 or 10 pulls in, and low stress, high relaxation so far. All right, let's see. So from a technique standpoint, I'm finding that you don't really want to pull the glue off. At least I don't think you do. What I'm doing is just like these little pulses where I can see the metal move back and forth. And this camera over here should be picking that up. And then just give it a hold where I think I want it. And then eventually you either tug too hard or the glue gives way. Kind of got it held in a pulled position. I'm sure it'll give up in a minute here. Or not. There it is. So you can see we're about 80% on the bottom, 90% on the top. I'm just going to keep teasing away here. I don't think I need to change anything. I just got to coax it out. And then as I look, for low spots, I mean, it's negligible. So at this stage of the proceedings, as you can tell, it's very much a wash, rinse, and repeat exercise. And so I probably went after this another half dozen or so times, and kind of varying between the very pointed circular tab and then taking that more strong, elongated football marking tab until I kind of hit the very defined points I wanted to hit. And frankly, I probably could have gone longer and chased it a little bit more, but I was really happy with the results that you'll see here momentarily. So hopefully this gave you some of the techniques and maybe even the confidence to tackle this yourself.
See? Barely there.
Oh, I know. There it is, cleaned up. And I know the light's a little off, meaning it's not the best light, it's not natural daylight, it's not fully exposed, but I cannot see that. Now, that's it with all the helper light in the world. There are our two little rinky-dinks. So you tell me, for $100 in an hour time, it's worth it to me. And I could definitely tease it out a little bit more if I wanted to really chase that dragon. But frankly, I'm not going to see it 95% of the time. So works for me. Thanks for checking in, everyone. Be memorable, be well, be safe, and I'll catch you on another video soon. Bye now.